Hello and welcome to this facts and date video about Charlotte, Princess Royal, later Queen of Wurtemberg. Now, Princess Charlotte was born the fourth child and the first daughter of King George III and Queen Charlotte of England. And she was born the 29th of September 1766, and through her childhood she was raised with her three elder brothers, and then obviously over the years she was joined by all of her other siblings, and throughout the childhood she was taught many important things that it was important for a princess of the time to know, such as all of the foreign languages of the royal courts of Europe. So if it became important for her to either marry into those royal courts or even to travel over there to assist her father or his heir, then she may be called upon to do such a job. Then, as she grew up, she was, I would not say exactly offended by this, but the fact that out of all of George III's daughters, and remember there was many of them, she was called the plainest. And even though she was taught many things as a child, and she took many of these things into her adult life with her, she was always known as the plainest of the daughters, which of course mustn't have been that beneficial for her when it came to her father attempting to find her a prospective husband. So, the search was on to find the eldest daughter of the King of England a husband. Now, because of the training that her parents had put her through with the governesses back in Windsor Castle and Buckingham House, the knowledge that she was able to speak fluently in all of these different languages was important. The person the family had her to marry was the heir to the throne of Wurtemberg, which is an area of Germany. His name was Frederick. And then on the 18th of May of 1797, she married Frederick of Wurtemberg in a private ceremony in St. James's Palace. And supposedly in great love with one another. And over the next couple of years they moved over to Germany, and they lived a relatively cosy existence. In April 1789, the marriage between Princess Charlotte and Frederick did bear one child, a stillborn daughter. Unfortunately, that was the last pregnancy that she would have. But going back to Princess Charlotte. So, over the years, she tried to make herself useful in the duchy. And she did. She helped organise things when, like organise charity fundraisings, and she always kept a very careful eye in the English politics, and particularly the politics of other like parts of Germany and France and everything like that, just so she could keep an eye on things, so she would be fully aware. Another thing that, of course, was very important to her was that all of her younger siblings that grew up who survived into adulthood, often came to see her in her duchy, and she kept in constant communication with her parents and her older siblings as well. Then, of course, her father-in-law passes away, and her husband becomes the head of the Duchy of Wurtemberg. In 1800, the French took control of Wurtemberg, and Frederick and Charlotte escaped and went and stayed in Venice for a while until the French were chased out of Wurtemberg and they could return. Now, like I said, once she came back, she returned to doing what she did best, which was attempting to assist her husband in the running of his kingdom and make life as bearable as she could with her stepchildren. So, then her husband dies. Like I said, Frederick died in 1816, which of course made her stepson the new leader of Wurtemberg. Charlotte herself carried on living in the residence that her and her husband had lived in for many years, and throughout the rest of her life she slowly took more of a back step in the ruling of the kingdom, and then she also started to stay a little bit out of the way. Then she developed an illness that was commonly known as the dropsy, and she returned to England for an operation where she stayed with numerous members of her family in royal palaces. Once she'd recovered from the operation, which in physicians' notes was stated as a success, she returned back to Germany. Now, just so you know, that was the first time that she actually returned to England since her wedding, which of course was many, many years before. This was in 1827. The following year, in 1828, she passed away in her apartments in the royal palace, where she was later buried beside her husband. Well, I hope this has been an interesting video for you, and I shall see you next time. Goodbye.